Hello friends, welcome to Astro Vishak Astrology channel. Today I'm going to discuss about the alchemy of the planetary systems called Venus. It's how this modern abundance are defined in a cryptic way by an ancient texture, and we will try to understand the meaning in the current context. So, hello everyone, and welcome back. Today we are going to deep dive into the planet of grace, relationship, beauty, abundant luxury is called Venus. Now, if you open an ancient text, astrological text, especially like Phaladipika, the description of this Venus can sometimes feel bit literal or even contradictory. Even if the placement we feel that could be a great, but still it looks contradictory. One house promises kingdom, the other shows slavery, or another house shows the poorness. All those kind of things can be seen from this texture, but we really understand if you pull back this veil and translate these texture or text, especially and ancient sutras, into a modern context, probably you will understand there is a deeper meaning and which can be something beautiful. Venus represents your unique ability and blueprint for attracting joy, building wealth, cultivating relationship, creating harmony. In this 21st century, it is a cosmic magnet. It's a very important planet in your chart. So let's, without wasting more time, let's go into this 12 houses and we will understand what is the exact real meaning coming out of the Venus presence in each houses. I'm not here considering any sign. I'm purely taking as a house. So where Venus placement is. So let's start with, and as usual, as I earlier also said, I created again core groups, and those core groups, the houses has some meaning, which gives a deeper meaning what we have to realize out of this context. So first is core houses. Why I called as core houses? Because these houses are more of a self, talks about cultivating value, and also what is the initiative or drive you are working on. So let's talk about the first house, which is Lagna, a Venus in the first house. The ancient text tells us that the placement gives extraordinary beautiful body, long life, and pure happiness. But when I have to really go into deeper understanding of this clarity on this meaning, is that this is the ultimate placement for Venus as a magnetism. In Kali Yuga, this is very important as far as personal branding is concerned. You don't just walk in the room, you are gonna change the temperature. Your presence is going to be soothing. You possess innate sense of style. Your gift is authentic, and it will be a self love. You naturally draw people, attract people will get attracted to you, and opportunities to you will be simply of being an unapologetically yourself. So you are playing a vital role in your life. That is why no one else is driving, you yourself is driving. Venus in the second house. This is a classics call it is a sign of poet who enjoys various kinds of riches. But when we see in current context, it is a very incredible placement. A talent in the financial management. See, Venus also represents the finances and manifestation and financial arrangement and management will become from this Venus, and also this Venus give communication and you know how to speak value. The one who always into the jewelries, one into always into the gold or diamonds and various kinds of I will say different planets presence and how Venus is managing them. That's where the Venus is plays the role. So whether you are literally in writing or in public speaking or creating a contest, your voice carries a prosperous vibration, and you have an eye for quality. You understand what is good for others or even good for yourself, and wealth flows to you. You don't have to run behind it. And that really because you really appreciate the beauty of the nature, and that's where the Venus is positive in your side. Venus in the third house. Now, old classics says that you are surprisingly, it's a very tough year, calling it placement for scarcity. But let's flip this understanding to its modern and true potential of this placement. The third house is a domain of courage, skills, and media. And Venus here means you are a master of emotional intelligence and networking. You will be fabulous in the marketing side of it, branding side of it. You have a gift of turning rivals into a collaboration. And that is the reason why it is so critical. While sale can happen at a point of sale, whereas a sale process is happening. But marketing is an infinite action which immediately may not give a result, but in the long term, brand can bring wealth, brand can bring value. That is, you can do it. And your digital communication, your writing, your content writing, your side hustles are infused and with a charm that opens the door with a traditional logic which can't explain. Traditionally people cannot understand, but this is today's context. It's very important position for how Venus is concerned. Now the second phase of your life is all about foundation, all about comfort, creativity, and growth. The burning or desire burning which will be there to I need to grow in my life, something like that. So Venus comes into the fourth house, which is like a comfort. This classic promises good convenience, a decent house, clothes, scents, all the luxury items will be there with you. You can use them. But in ultimate sanctuary placement, if you look at, you are a superpower to turn any space into high vibrational peaceful home. A simple, very simple home of Venus in fourth house still will look like a luxury. A simple, smallest item he keep in the house, it will still look like a luxury. It gives you a deep emotional security and beautiful relationship with your roots, your with family. Home is just isn't building; it's a harmony, the place of harmony, and the powerhouse of rejuvenation that fuels your outer world success. So your inner security and inner harmony is there. You will shine externally. That is the fourth house Venus. Let's talk about fifth house. The text says you are renowned as a king, highly infectious, learned, and blessed with wonderful children. But in current or today's context, when we look at it, it is a mark of a pure, unadulterated creative genius. That person do really well in that specific field. You have a golden touch. So when any speculative ideas come, romance will come, or digital expression is come, you will be awesome in that area. You understand the joy of life, how to enjoy the smallest moment of the life, and learn with ease. And your child is completely alive because your inner child is completely alive. You allow him to grow as you grow in your life, allowing you to mentor, inspire the next generation effortlessly. You people will really love the next gen or Gen Z kind of people will love your conversations. That's where I can see that a good collaborator, good podcaster, people will do great job in this creative thoughts and creative ideas. That's where you can look at it. Venus in the sixth house. Ancient texts warns the lack of wealth and complicated relations here. But when you look at from the 21st century, this is the sixth house is house of daily routine, daily grinds, overcoming obstacles. That is a place where you have enemies sitting all the day. Venus here gives you a unique gift of healers. So what happens? You heal people. Those who are coming in contact with you, they will get healed because of you. You have no enemies because you are a healer. So your empathy dissolves the conflict. You will not get into unnecessary fight. You don't want to get into any creating enemies. You will be against what Mars does here. Venus will be exactly opposite, and you find immense joy in service. So you are in a pharma, you are in a healthcare, you are in a something which heal others. In that field, if you remain, you are utilizing Venus well. So obviously you will do well. So that is the reason your daily grinds or daily service to people. can convert into a very beautiful and profitable ritual. So don't underestimate sixth house Venus is a bad, and so that's not the truth. Truth is utilize the house in right direction. Third phase comes is the outer world where you start interacting your connections, your transitions, and your dharma. What the dharma you're going to follow, what is the righteousness you're going to follow. So Venus in the seventh house, the text speaks beautiful partner, but one of distractions. Modernized, this means you are the ultimate relationship alchemist. You know managing the relationship. You know how to keep your spouse happy. You seek balance, you profound connection in partnerships, absolute great in partnerships, both in marriage and business alliances. You have the ability to see absolute best to others. People who are in the partner, they will say they will rely on you more, you rely on them because you are a phenomenal diplomat. You know, you're a consultant, you're a counselor. People will love to know your views, even others relationship you handle with your aides and helping them in their relationship in thriving. So you thrive when the building bridges between the people, between the relationship, reducing the conflict. Venus in the eighth house, this classic call, it's a maker of a landlord, wealth, long life. But in modern context we will see that commencement of or the and having presence of Venus in the eighth house, it actually creates a deep psychological insight. Shared resources, you have a natural intuition to the hidden value. You understand the hidden value which probably others may not have that eye, very detailed eye about it. You are also great in making, and you are excellent at investments, legacy, legacy building, and understanding what people pick, what people like to go for. That understanding, that intuitive mind you are having, you possess a magnetic and mysterious charm. You rise like a phoenix through every major transition. Eighth house is all about changes, transition. It's painful sometimes, but still you will completely transform and wealthier than after the transformation. You become more and more wealthier. We are more and more growing in life. Venus in the ninth house. Text says it's a fortune comes through the beneficence of king alongside family and friends. Today, the king is a greater universe, and this is the mark of a spiritual adventurer. Okay, you find luck and prosperity through the higher learning. As much as you learn higher about higher learning, building more wisdom, philosophy, international travel, international stay, cross cultural experiences, your worldview inherently optimistic. You are very optimistic in the life, and you, with this faith in the universe, acts as a literal green light for a good luck. That is what we can look at from the Venus in the ninth house. The last phase of the peak where actually the impact presence, the community grows, community understand, and eventually moving in the era of transcendence. So Venus in the 10th house, the ancient promise that virtuous deed will be there, high reputations will earn, high status will be earned. But when I look at in current since context, this means your professional life is infused with absolute grace. You don't have a claw your way to the top. Your leadership style is very collaborative, ethical, and highly respected. People love working under your guidance. You are a good mentor. You are recognized for bringing harmony and beauty to your industry or to your organization and creating a legacy which that matters. Probably you are a brand ambassador for your organization. Possibly when you present any thought or any conversation in a sales meeting or management meetings, probably company gets benefit of it. So your karma is connected with company's growth, and that's the reason your status is going to grow. Venus in the 11th house, classic promise immense wealth. It's a fabulous place. All kinds of happiness you will get it. But today, 11th house is considered internet, large networks, social connection, global communities. All this comes under the Venus's placement, and Venus give you hope here. He talks about achieving the dreams. Wishes are heavily supported by your social circles, and you are have ability to build a massive digital communities or professional network that genuinely care for one another. Prosperity comes to you through collective growth. So this is a way 11th house Venus is going to play a big role in your life. Venus in the 12th house. The ancient texts focus heavily on the physical luxuries and the bed comforts. But let the look at profound modern or ability to modern reality. What actually comes out of the 12th house? It's your subconscious mind, it's your imagination, it's all about foreign land, foreign culture. And when Venus here gives you a direct line to cosmic creativity, so you are capable of immense spiritual love, deep meditation, and rendering incredible creative ideas from the other. And you attract abundance from global resources. So for that you have to travel outside of country, go in a long distances, possess beautiful and peaceful inner world, and that is the way your subconscious will flourish. You know, the ultimate point is cleaning up the subconscious. Having the dirty ideas to remove is the subconscious mind, and that if you remove it you will have a good sleep. And if you have good sleep, that means you also have a good bed pleasure. The bed pleasure doesn't mean always have to have with relationship in form of getting conceive or getting sex on all those stuff, but still it is more of a spiritual wisdom where you surrender yourself to the partner, where you surrender yourself to the god, and that is where you forget yourself. And that losing the selfless is the 12th house, and where Venus comes, he gives you abundance. It is a Prabhupada, it is a place where the Vishnu Pada is there, where Lakshmi is sitting. That's the reason Venus is very, very exalted in the 12th house, and that is the reason always take, always give respect to your partner, and that way you can grow your wealth, and that way you can achieve your spiritual journey. So, how to activating Venus? So, no matter where Venus sits in your chart, remember this: the ancient years weren't just talking about your physical objects, they were talking about energy state. Venus is just your reminder. Life is doesn't always have to be hard battle in life or sheer will. Sometimes it's the greatest abundance comes through when we soften ourselves, align our thoughts with our natural gifts, and allow the universe to deliver exactly what we deserve. So, what is that? Venus talks about manifestation. So, look at your Venus, tap into the specific house energy and optimism. Let the light shine. Thank you for listening. And yes, do comment where is your Venus. I love to respond to that. It is far more deeper meaning in any planet sitting in a specific house, but this is what we understand from the ancient text. So please share with this video if to your friends and family. If you like, just press the like button and also subscribe my channel. And thank you for listening, and see you in the next one.